Alright, I'm going to try and not bump the camera and make a video. So this is I did a drawing of this, the Chile ristras in Albuquerque, Old Town. And now I've sketched it similarly onto my watercolor block, and I'm going to attempt to make a painting of it. So this will be a little bit longer video. If you're seeing this, that means it worked out well enough for me to share. If you're not seeing this, then it didn't. So keep that in mind. All right. Try a few new brushes too, which might be risky business for a video. Well, I don't know, that already feels a little floppy, so I'm not gonna start there. Let's just stick to what we know for this first part. Maybe. All right, so I've got the pad flipped upside down right now. Actually, what I want to do is have I drew this using a picture, but the picture's on my phone, which I'm using to record, so I'm not looking at a picture anymore, which, you know, in theory is okay. I want a soft edge here at the bottom of the sky, so I'm pre-wetting it. Okay, now get my blue. Pretty wet, hopefully, mixture of blue. And just lay it in here. I'm gonna preserve the white of the steeples of the church here. Right down here should be fine. I'm just paint over those Chile ristras because they're gonna be dark at the end. I want to try to move quick enough that it doesn't dry separately. It's already getting warm here in Texas, which, you know, pretty much every one of my followers is in Texas, so you know, but maybe in theory someone isn't. So I'm just going to go and paint over those. Just really trying to keep the white right here in effect. I can already tell I missed one of the spots. That's okay. I'll transfer it if I need to. Alright, I think I'll pretty much leave it like that for the sky. Alright. So that's it. Pretty simple. I think blow drying it is a little bit less than ideal, but I'm not good enough to worry about those minor differences. So I'll blow dry it so I don't have to sit here and watch the paint dry. Look over. Alright, so kept a little white there, didn't keep as much as I wanted there. That's okay. Alright, so now we're going to transition into a lighter color wash for everything that's going to be below that. And actually, we'll probably cover most of it in this light wash, except for those white parts, because then we'll do the shadows on top of that. After that, and we'll be fine. We'll just go over everything in this kind of lighter color. Some of this stuff is going to be in the shadows. but I'll just paint the dark over that when the time comes. Usually I'll just do a French ochre lighter wash. I mixed in a little bit of a brighter yellow on this one, so getting kind of a bright yellow. So I don't know, it may not be the ideal plan. We'll see how it turns out. Light over here. A little extra water will kind of make this hopefully fade together a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna do start like a base layer of our shadowy area. I'm just come in and make this darker, much darker later, but brush control is not ideal right now. A little off, a little sloppy. All right, let's see. Already getting warm back here. All right. Okay. Now, gosh darn it. My studio is a bedroom and not really that well set up for filming, but you know, we make do with what we got. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is start blocking in the back here with a smaller brush like this. So got some brownish buildings back here. Like I said, I don't have the picture in front of me, but start blocking them in. Paint is literally already drying. It is not very humid, but it is hot, I guess. My paint is not staying moist very well. That's, like I said, it's a battle. Really not getting the texture on these dry strokes I was hoping. Too much paint and it already absorbed and filled the gaps, but it's okay. A little bit more than what I was looking for up top, so you ain't got too wet there. Those sort of dry brush skipping strokes. That's what we're really looking for. Try to give it sort of an atmospheric look in the back there. That's the church. So a little texture in here. It's just going to be the street. I'm not going to paint this street, I don't think. It's just going to be the light. Some stuff back there, just some different shapes. The tree back there I'll put in later. Alright, and now similar, just kind of nothing shape of coming into the foreground here. Just something sort of nondescript. Shapes here. Fences or some trash cans maybe. Now, I'm going to come forward. So, this little balcony here was white in the picture. It's kind of in the shade. So we're going to give it a little bit of a bluish tint, I think. Or purple. Maybe it's more purple, but something down here. Gosh darn it. Keep bumping this thing. Okay, it's alright. Alright, what I need to get in now is some of this foreground. Actually, I probably want to do these cars and stuff back here while it's a little. I don't want these to be too sharp back here. So some gray here. Car here maybe. Some here. Car here. I should have probably touched in a little green here when this is still wet, a little wetter back here. Little some churches back there. Hey man, it's crazy how fast this paint is drying right now. In my palette. Frustrating. Gotta figure out how to paint again in the summer, I guess. It's alright. We'll make it work. Or we won't. I don't know. Alright, let's bring this forward a little bit now. Some red in the pavement up here, some sidewalk brick stuff. I'm just trying to bring some color through so we're not having sharp transitions of color. We want it to go all together. At least a concept that I understand, not a concept I execute very well, but that's the idea. Trying to get some continuity, that's fine. Well, some mixed colors down here, that's good, I think, that's good. All right. Okay, let's get moving forward here. God dang it. The drip of water was inconvenient. Get bad timing. So I'm just gonna see if we can just let that kind of dry. So I'll come back to that. Okay, let's look at. Let's move on. All right, so these chili ristras are red, but they're very dark. But I'm gonna put some red in here. And then go over it. And so the edges that stick out, catching some sun, will appear more red. Try to get a few highlights out in front of this rail. A few of these edges to stick out. The red looks okay right now, but I think I'm going to paint them darker, just to more coincide with at least the idea I had of my sketch, tonal value sketch. I don't need too much red in there because I really just want the edges to stick out as red a little bit, maybe. The idea of red on the edges of the ristras is the idea. Although if I keep this wet, it'll actually make the shadows going easier, I think. So then these ones might be more dark without any, kind of more inside the building a little bit, the shade area. All right. Fan just decided to shut off. That's always fun. About to get hotter, but the paint will dry not quite as fast. More pigment, more actual paint in this mix. It's getting a little too watery. Sorry, it's okay. my lighting situation is not ideal, honestly. I'm just not sure to make it better. Got a little LED light here with a piece of tissue paper over it to soften it a little bit, but when the paint is really wet or when I'm like drawing with graphite, there's just a ton of reflection. So I don't know. Oh, fan's back on. Nice. Just needed a break. Fan needed a break. All right, everyone needs a little break sometimes. All right. I think our ristras are coming in okay. I'll have to wait till it dries a little bit, which will be too late, but you know, the glare is not the best I can do. Yeah, I need to get a little more paint. This is one of the things I'm still not great at, is having enough paint, and then I gotta restock it, find it in my mess here. Well, things are drying. It's the adventures of watercolor. It's a constant challenge, which is the most of the fun about it. I kind of, I always try to evoke some emotions with my paintings, but it's not, I don't necessarily have a message. The point for me is to try to like get good at this, well, any art form, but especially watercolor right now is the main challenge. I hope to evoke some feelings, some nostalgia, maybe if you visited Albuquerque or Santa Fe or wherever it is I'm painting. Maybe try to capture some, yeah, something like that. But really the idea is to say, hey, you know what? I'm getting better at watercoloring. That's my goal. Try to get some of these concepts down. Try to kind of like this right here, where the red is actually coming out at the bottom. Okay, kind of like that. Get this a little bit darker also. This post. A little bit of skip marks are good here. I need to get something up a little bit more stiff. There we go. I think that's okay. All right. Looking okay. Shoot. A little too wet there. Little trick I've kind of learned, is sort of a less fancy flat brush can give you some of these dry brush skip marks, which always turn out pretty cool. I definitely haven't mastered it yet. Some of the people I watch on YouTube just like literally seem to like so naturally just paint something, and then like right where they want it to like start skipping, it happens, and I just don't quite understand. But, you know, it's practice, I guess. I tend to keep like a pretty messy palette. I don't know, may not be the best idea. part of me thinks that I just get a lot of natural like mixing and add some character. I don't know. I don't know if it's the best or not, but it's what I'm doing for the moment. Just background stuff back there, not terribly important. I think that's gonna be okay. Okay, so now I gotta get in some of these tables. This little yeah, this is the first time I painted in a week or so, and my paint is just drying significantly quicker in my palette. Problem is I got this fan blowing on it, and if I don't have the fan, I'm cooking, but my paint will not stay wet, so it's a struggle, a little bit of a struggle. me some freaking color here. Got the, just get so much water sometimes. I don't really know. I'm gonna maybe post this whole video. I doubt anybody's watched this far. But just in case, I'll post it. Although I also don't know about the music in the background, so I'm gonna have to get rid of this audio or what. But I just don't know. Okay, so this guy had like an overcoat, it's all dark. So this, there's the trick. This is where I really need this dry brush technique to work out. If I can do it right, I want this back leg to kind of fade out. Going back into the sun. Okay, kind of worked. And this front leg will be coming in a little bit more bold. And his foot's actually flat here. Okay, so now his shadow comes this way.
Stitching up my eyes. You know that blood can't bind. Them was big old boys. Had fists like cinder and stone. I dodge a blade on a dime. They was out
This
to
little
cut my throat.
flower pot there.
It's a mark. They're gonna press down on you. It's a haze. All night and must have been hit
Cross.
too hard.
Drop that down. And go out.
I think I'm gonna be it tonight. If there's a one way out, it's to swing my way through the crowd.
Little parcel thing he's holding.
There's plenty of pain that I can wrap up in. You got a hold of me now. Hey, that's a hell of a grip. I admit I was tanked. You could say I was pissing you. It's hard to see even if I close my eyes. It's 15 degrees. I'm gonna sleep outside.
I think I can go ahead and bring a little bit more darkness into this hole here. Oh, some stuff going on in that music back there. I don't know. Trying to get this shadow to kind of go up the different angles of this fountain without making that fountain too literal. Well, might be at the point where it's time to stop messing with it. Well, yeah, I think it's okay. This is a pretty challenging painting, and I did some of the things that I was trying to. Got some of the skip marks here, I left a little white here. Got kind of the effect I wanted on the shadowy ristras, and this guy was kind of the most important thing. And well, one of the most important things, and I think I did alright on him, so we'll call it a decent effort.